Hello friends, how are you all doing? My name is Shaz, short for Shahrazad, and I love colorful makeup. Today we're going to do an unboxing. Well, okay, it's not going to be exactly an unboxing. I've already taken the products out of their original packaging, and I've also already made this eye look with one of them. We're going to get to that. But I'm going to showcase some of the makeup that I've received recently. And maybe you can write to me in the comments below which one of these you want me to do an eye look with, or you want me to showcase in my channel first. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more similar content. If all of that sounds good to you, let's get started. So the first thing I want to showcase is these. I received the Serenity palette. I already have 3 eye looks coming up in this channel with this palette. If they're available, I'm going to tag them here so you can add it to your playlist. Super beautiful palette. I absolutely love this palette. I might even make more eye looks with it coming up. And then I also ordered the Royal Rose palette. I think this palette came out before the Serenity palette. I already made this eye look with it as first impression, and again, it also lived up to the expectation. Definitely recommend this brand as a whole. I have a video with 2 or 3 eye looks with this palette coming up. If that's also available, I will tag it up here so that you can add it to your playlist. With my Cosmic Brushes order, I also ordered one of their brush collections. And I really like it. It's kind of cute. It has a very cute and glittery handle. So that was nice. I've used this just once, so probably I can't give a detailed review of the brush collection, but so far they've done pretty well. And the next thing I received is these beauties. I put this order a while ago from Touch of Glam. I ordered 2 of their bundles back in May, I believe. And this is their Color Me Multi collection. Before they came out with an extension, they came out with the extension to the Color Me Multi collection sometime in July. But before that, they only had 6 colors available. So I got that order, and that is these 6. They're in square pans like this. I need to order a couple of more magnetic palettes. Haven't gotten around to do that. So once I do that, I can put these in them. Sometime in July, they extended this collection by 13 more colors, and I have that order coming to me. But I think the ones of you who have ordered from Touch of Glam before know that their orders usually take, I want to say, 3 months to get to you. I don't think they produce the products until you order them, and I think until they make a certain amount of sale, and then they start batch producing. So yeah, I'm waiting for that to come. And then the second thing that I received is their Hollow collection with the 6 other shades that I just showed. I ordered I think their holographic bundle was just these 5. If I remember correctly, the Honey Hollow and the Lucid Lavender Hollow were not part of the collection. I ordered them as individuals separately. Everything I'm talking about in this video, I purchased with my own money. There's nothing that's sponsored. If you know of any good brand that makes magnetic palettes, please write in the comments below. Magnetic palettes is something I'm always in the market for. I think I mentioned in one of my to buy or not to buy videos that Rephr Brushes is having a buy one get one free sale on all of the brushes in their collection. I really thought about whether I wanted to do this or not, but I picked up their full eye makeup collection from that brush sale. You could buy that, and I think if you had bought that, you would get 15 brushes for the price of 7 brushes. So I did that. Let me quickly show you the brushes. So I haven't used them. I haven't done anything with them. They're still in their original packaging and everything. Before using anything around my eyes, I wash them. So I need to wash these before and let them dry before I use them. Haven't had a chance to do anything with it. And with that package, I also received, and I think this was part of the deal. So I don't think this is anything that they sent me as a gift or anything. But I received a a brush soap that I'm gonna use to wash these brushes with. And I also received a couple of their containers. Let me show you. I've already taken these out of the bag. These are containers for putting brushes in, and they separate and they're magnetic. So you have a container like this that you can put your brushes in. I don't know if you can see that. And then you have a container that has smaller compartments. I have been really wanting to try Rephr Brushes. Some of their brushes I have heard fantastic things about. Buying them individually was absolutely above what I'm willing to spend. But because of the buy one get one free sale, I really wanted to order a couple of them to use them. And after doing some calculation, I realized that the full collection was a better deal if I used and tested all of the different brushes in the collection. And that's what I'm planning on doing in these videos. And then last but not least was a package that I was so excited about. Some of you might recognize it from the packaging, but this is by Nomad Cosmetics. When I saw the Bosque Nuboso, the Monteverde palette coming out, I thought to myself, I really wanted the palette because it was very pretty. Okay, full disclosure, I really held myself back. For all of these items, I held myself back. Sometimes I used things going out of stock very fast as an excuse to not buy that item. So I was kind of waiting for things to go out of stock, but that ended up not happening. So I ended up buying it. Yeah, and now back to the Nomad palette. I gave this some thought as well. I bought it in the second or third day after the launch. And I didn't want to just buy that one palette, so I actually ended up buying 3 palettes. So let's talk about these 3 palettes. And they put a little postcard on the side about Monteverde, Costa Rica, which is, it describes the thought behind the palette, the cause and the story behind the palette, which means that there is a lot of thought that went into the palette. And then inside the package, there are 2 postcards as well. One of them is a thank you note. And the second thing just talks about the story of Nomad Cosmetics and, is a note from the founders. I'm assuming this postcard goes out with any order that you put in. And then you have the palettes in boxes. So let's go in order. The first thing that I ordered is the Fire and Ice palette. Now, I know folks, this is an older palette. I've been wanting to buy this palette, I think for a year and a half now, and I've been holding back. This is a very unique color story in my palette collection. I don't have anything that looks like this, which is part of the reason why I ordered it. In my mind and how I perceive this palette, I consider this a neutral palette for me, and I know anybody who's looking at this right now in the screen is probably thinking to themselves, this girl is crazy. There's nothing neutral about this palette. But for someone who's a color lover like myself, hence the eye look, this would be an ideal neutral palette. It's only the center column and maybe this column, and not even this color, but these 2 that I consider colorful. So all the other colors to me are what I consider neutral. And then the second thing that I bought was their Fête de Provence palette. And yes, I know I said in this channel that I'm not gonna buy this palette, but hey, people change their minds, people change their minds. So one thing that I liked is that they have moved away from using that little plastic thingy. I'm guessing this is more sustainable than that plastic that people have on top of the colors. And I like that if this is moving towards more sustainable packaging. Folks, this palette, look at the colors. And one thing that I need to mention is that these 3 palettes have very complementary colors, and I'll show you in a minute, because there is very little, if any, overlap between the colors that they have at all. And I thought I can complement them with each other and use them in conjunction with each other and make even more eye looks, which is kind of what I was trying to do here. One thing that absolutely impressed me when I opened this packaging is the details that have gone into the packaging. So not only the color and the art on the packaging, which itself definitely speaks to the detail of the packaging, but also, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm sure this has a name, I just don't know it or I've forgotten it. There are little things pressed on top of the pans. So for example, this color called Champ de Tournesol. Champ de Tournesol means field of sunflower, and it has a sunflower photo pressed on it. This color is called Champ de Lavande. Champ de Lavande means lavender field, has lavenders pressed on it. Côte d'Azur has waves pressed on it. You know, Rosé has wine glass pressed on it. Vendange has a grape pressed on it. Miel de lavande, which means lavender honey, has a little bee pressed on it. Macaron has macarons pressed on it. So super detailed and super cute. I mean, that adds a lot of cuteness to the palette itself, and the detailing is just fantastic. The Fire and Ice palette has similar types of things. I don't speak Icelandic. I don't know what the name of the language is, but you see rocks in one, you see little gnome in two of them. There are little snowflakes impressed in one. You have fire impressed in the other one. It's just super cutely detailed. And now going into the last palette, let's take it out of the packaging. So this is the Bosque Nuboso de Monteverde, which means cloudful forest of the Green Mountain, or Monteverde. Similarly, again, it doesn't have the little plastic thing. As I mentioned, and you can probably see by now, the colors, there's almost no repetition in the colors with the other palettes. And similarly with the detailing. You have little monkeys pressed in these two. You have butterflies pressed in these two, flowers in some of them, birds in some of them. And then you also have the Nomad logo pressed in some of them. Another cool thing about these palettes that I enjoyed is that they're talking about 3 parts of the world I have not been to. I don't know if I've mentioned in this channel before, I have traveled to probably at this point more than 35 countries. Well, not just traveled, I've lived in some of them. I grew up outside of the US. However, I've never been to Iceland. Hopefully on the works for me. I have never been to Costa Rica. Hopefully in the works for me. I lived in France in the past. However, I've never been to Provence, and I am very, very interested to do that. Super excited about possibly going to and or living in Provence at some point in the future. So super excited to be learning things about new places. Hello friends, I'm from a little bit more in the future. From when I videoed the first part of this video, and what happened is that I ended up receiving more boxes before editing this video, and I thought instead of doing another unboxing, I can just add it to the same video because I haven't edited the first part. I was out of town. I went to Michigan to visit family, so I haven't had a chance to do that. But let's do the unboxing now. You have no idea how excited I am because this is from Clionadh. And so these are the extension to the original stained glass collection. And I have received, let me take them out of the bubble wraps. I went ahead and took some of these out of their packaging and put them in a palette that I had from Clionadh that was partially empty. I also want to mention Clionadh sent me a handwritten note, obviously my invoice. They also always include a little Clionadh body tattoo and a sticker, as well as a business card. I had put some of my Clionadh stained glass collection that I had from before in this palette. The jewel multichromes at the top are the 3 rows at the top. Then I have the glitter base multichrome, these 3 rows, and then these 2. And now I went ahead and put the Earth Vibrant multichromes at the bottom. I'm just gonna move these around to see if you can see. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Like, you guys have no idea. Have no idea. I think in another video I mentioned that I ordered the electric bundle as well, and I have the bundle here, but unfortunately I do not have any space in any magnetic palette at the moment to house these, and I can't wait to do that. So what I'm probably going to do right after this video is I'm going to go on Amazon and order a bunch of magnetic palettes Again, I'm always in the market for magnetic palettes. Frankly, I have stacks of singles on my desk that still need a home. If you know of any brands that provides good magnetic palette, empty magnetic palettes, please write them in the comment below. I would be extremely thankful for that. The Clionadh one was definitely the highlight of my day getting back from the trip. Again, you know, it got here when I was still on the trip, and I thought to myself, you know, I hope this doesn't get returned to sender. I have two things here, super exciting. I've purchased all of these items with my own money. Nothing is sent to me as a gift or anything. Okay, moment of truth. We have, it's Bel Cosmetics Down of Fall and Cool Summer palettes. So I think I mentioned in one of my new makeup releases that I'm looking forward to buying the Down of Fall palette if it becomes available. And it became available, I think, a week or two after I did that video, and I was like, I'm buying it right now. So I'm so excited to have this palette because it's a super fall palette, and I became aware of it a little late last year, so I never had the opportunity to purchase it. And I think, if I remember correctly, it wasn't restocked you know, multiple times or anything, so there was no opportunity there. But I'm so excited to have it now, and I'm definitely going to do eye looks for you. This might not be sold at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come back, knowing that it's Bel Cosmetics has its that very first palette. What was the name of the very first palette? I don't remember the name of the first palette. I'm going to put it under the screen. But knowing that they brought that palette for the 6th restock, and it's possibly going to come back even after that, I'm pretty sure this palette is going to come back. If not, you know, maybe next year also, if there is enough demand. But ooh, I don't know if you can see this, but this is 100% shattered. That's why I'm not going to put it straight up, because it's going to fall. There is also some oil seeping into the packaging around this shattered color, which, you know, we've seen that from some other indie brands as well, but I just kind of wanted to mention that. I'm probably going to go press this before it creates a mess. So I just went ahead and tried to press this color, and just look at the pigmentation. It's so exciting. Yeah, so this is the color that came in shattered. I just could not hold back from showing you the pigmentation. Look at this. I think I mentioned in one of my to buy or not to buy videos that I'm not going to buy this palette. But then I started seeing people's videos, and I realized the color story is actually way darker than what the photos look like. So I'm actually very excited about having it, and it truly looks beautiful. I'm going to take a video of this and insert it here so that you can see a video of it. I'm going to do eye looks and swatches and all of that good stuff with these palettes and these colors, you know, Clionadh, as well as its Bel, as well as the other products. And as they become available, I'm going to insert them into this video. But I just wanted to mention that I'm so excited, and I wanted to insert this unboxing just so you all can see that. Now let's go back to the rest of the other video. Okay, friends, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Write down in the comments below which one of these products you want to see videos with. I'm probably going to try to make videos with all of them over the course of time, but based on what comments I get, I will try to prioritize accordingly. Also, write down in the comments for me if you've picked up anything from these brands, or you own any of these products, and what your thoughts are on them. If you've made it this far, leave me this emoji. Thanks again. I love you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more similar videos like this. And until next time, bye.